Yes. Here we are, party people. Here I am to tell you a little something about the sponsors of this show, what we talking about right here on Finally TV. First up, you have House of Barbers, a beautiful location out there across from Marist College in Poughkeepsie, New York. Sal is the owner. He's got several barbers in there, a massage chair while you wait, loungers if you don't need that. Very comfortable atmosphere. Go check out House of Barbers. You need a cut, you need a fade, you got long hair, short hair, it don't matter. He is a one-stop shop for all of those needs. So shout out to House of Barbers out there across from Marist College on Route 9 in Poughkeepsie. And other than that, when you need that foundation, when you need that new patio, that new nice pool deck, that nice new garage floor, or you own a building and the parking garage is all messed up and the concrete looks like crap, that's when you call Allcrete Concrete Placement LLC. Carrillo family's been in this business for over 30 years. Know what they doing from start to finish. What I love about him, he does not pass the buck. He tells you he's got something in store for your design, your vision. He executes that to perfection, to the end. There's no passing off. There's no nothing. The owner himself comes out and will inspect the work before you give that final payment. So check out Allcrete Concrete Placement LLC, right out of Orange County, New York. So he'll go anywhere. He goes north, south. He's been to Jersey. He's been to Dutchess County a ton. Check them out. Allcrete Concrete Placement LLC. We're about to get into the show. Here go the intro.
It's finally TV, but you don't need cable or sling to see me. Black on his soapbox, Gabe in his bag. Now that's some real black ink. Load the 9 with the mag. First take, the last take. We can juggle the top like a barber with the clips. The way we talk in the shop. And since life is like a movie, we gon' stick to the plot. That's why we sponsored by the brand and scrape the white off the top. Get it? That means we dope. So I'm money my brothers and sisters to stay woke. And we gon' lace the product with facts and straight jokes. The voice of the valley is here to spread hope. Supports a steep slope. They gon' have to let me cook. I don't know how to stop. From the culture to the music, anything else hot. Catch us every Tuesday once you step in the house. Cause all they really wanna know, what we talking about. I'm out.
Ooh, and here we go. Another episode of What We Talking About. Here. What's going on, party people? It is your boy Gabriel back again with another edition of What We Talking About right here on Finally TV. And as always, I am joined by co-host, co-creator, King of Blackout. What's going on, good sir? Word?
Bro,
Like
sometimes I just wish my dick wasn't so big. It's just always in the way.
What the?
When I'm trying to chill. When I'm trying to chill. You know, don't you hate when that happens? Well, maybe you don't know, but I hate when that shit happens. Don't you hate when that happens? Like, you just trying to sit and be cool and be chill, and then next thing you know, oh, it's a little pinch. You know, sat on your joint. It's wild, right? Like, yeah, shit crazy. Gabe, you can come back, bro. I'm done.
What is happening with this show, party people, ladies and gentlemen? Oh my God. I am so
when that happens, bro.
Listen, what is happening to my boy Blackout, man?
What's up, bro?
Man. Listen, I'm gonna forget that. Rewind selector. We in the building one time. It is episode 30 on the season. 30.
Yo,
wow.
How many of them things we did in forever?
Listen, man. This is episode 226. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 6 seasons in.
Ooh.
You know, we average about 34. I think it was 34 some or 35 episodes a season. So that means, you know, we're closing in on the end here, man. It's like this year is crazy. It went by very fast.
It has. This whole year's flown by. My pool's still open, but the year itself has flown by. So it's just Yo, I just be throwing salt.
Did you get a sump pump in there? Does it have water beneath the level? No, it doesn't. It doesn't. I don't get calls, y'all. Yo, y'all saw what happened last week, right? You saw the entirety of Black and I's interaction after the show. He ended the show by saying what, y'all? Yo, I gotta go. I gotta get this call. Peace, right? That was the last time I talked to Blackout till 3 minutes ago. So I don't want to hear it.
I'm expecting my homie to hit me up. So that's
what
I need you.
I got it. I got it.
Oh yeah, I got you. So like, let me know what, because I live here. So that means I'm always here.
That's not
you
true.
Don't live here.
That's not true. That's not true.
I bet.
You're not always there.
So just for the record, y'all, it's October the 8th, and my pool is still open.
Yo, we're gonna make it into a winter pond. You're gonna have like ducks and shit like landing on the
I already got 2 frogs that live there. And every day I come out and I feed them respectfully and I go to work.
Yo, you ain't lying. I found a frog in my joint too.
Listen, I'm sure they both girls. I call them Betty and Bout. Betty and Bout. I'm saying?
I feel you. I feel you. So aside from seeing your pool about to freeze over, because it got down to 49 degrees in the Hudson Valley yesterday.
Well, but this weekend was like 75.
And it's beautiful. Today was gorgeous. Today was absolutely Listen, man. So how was your week, man? It's been a week. How it been?
Yo, it's been blessed.
Okay.
I had a really good vibe session with some people on Thursday. A couple of the friends. We went out and shit, threw a couple of things in the air. Shout out King James. A couple of people
wasn't there.
Just kind of vibed out. Because you don't like coming outside. We already talked about this. I told you to ask the boss, could you come outside for the weekend? And you never got back to me. So I'm starting to think, Gabe. Blink twice if you need help. Let me see something, y'all. Hold on.
Shout out Angie, man.
Shout out Big Ange. So I mean, besides that, I was in the cut. I spent quality time with the fam this weekend. So Thursday I had my little gentleman's time. And this weekend I just hung out with the fam.
Oh, I love it. What's up, Bunky? Yeah. What's up? I see Big Veg in the building. I haven't seen you in here in a minute, good sir. What's good, baby? I'm getting on my. Did you share the show already, Black? Why do I gotta remind the person who's on the show to share the show? I don't get it.
You never gotta remind me to do that. Just like I never gotta remind you to help close this pool. Like these things never need to be said.
This guy.
Do that, Gabe.
Listen. I'm gonna go there and this pool's gonna be professionally closed, and I'm gonna be upset.
I need that. He's gonna be upset. Yo, Genji said, Gabe is an adult and I don't own him. He has right to make his own.
Shout out Angie.
Good job, man.
Oh, she want to know when we getting our tacos though. When we getting
that's not what that means.
You said it in the air. You said when we going tacos.
That's not a taco.
Yeah, that's a taco. When we getting out to tacos, that's exactly what. Yo,
got you.
So you was out gallivanting with all your friends this week.
Yo, all right. He only heard half of what I said. What I said was I had a nice chill Thursday with some folks.
All right.
You know what I mean? And then I spent the weekend with the fam.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No turn up this weekend. Quality time with the fam.
Well, I love that. I love that for you. You need that. I really do think we need that.
Yeah.
Speaking that, right there, that's a great segue into one of the topics I wanted to get into today that it's not really in the news, but
okay.
Like friends and levels. Y'all help me out with this one, right? Like friends and levels. Like, we all get older, we all evolve, we all have our, choices we make that put us in, lifestyle choices that, maybe got forced on you, maybe didn't, but it's just what it is right now, right? So everybody grows. And I notice as I get older that I don't chill like around with the same people, right? Nor do I have the same desire to really make the connection to do these things, right? So like my question is, does it come to a point for everybody where like what you do in life and what your responsibilities are, does that dictate who your friends are and who you spend time with?
This a This is a grown-up conversation.
Oh,
What?
I love these. Come on, people. I want y'all to chime in because
Yeah.
y'all be really chatting when we talk about stuff like this. And this really just dawned on me today, and I wanted to discuss it with you.
What brought it up, if I may ask? What made you think about
Life.
this?
I ain't gonna
Okay.
hold you. Life. Okay.
Okay.
Life. We don't gotta get too crazy, but life.
Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Does your responsibility and your current place in your life
Mm-hmm.
have an
Dictate.
impact?
Right.
I wouldn't say dictate because I
Right.
think that's a strong word.
Impact. That's a great word.
Yeah.
Does it impact who's around
Impact
you and
your
who you
friend
chill with?
circles.
Right.
It has to.
Has to.
It has to. If it doesn't, you're lifing wrong.
Maybe you have to say that again for the people in the back.
Like for as an example, let's say I'm gonna use a group of 5 because I
What up,
think
Shy?
5 is a small enough number that I think we all got 4 friends, and it's not even, so it's not no 50-50 split down the decision. I think this is a fair thing. So let's just, for all my examples, assume there's 5 people in this group, a group of friends, you and 4 others.
Okay.
All right. If you want to be, I don't know, financially solvent, you want to go out and live your best life, you want to move in ways where you put in that sweat equity to get some bread to go live your best life. 3 out of your 4 main friends gotta also be doing that for you to even hang around that circle still, if that's your lifestyle. Because if you hang around a bunch of broke people that don't match your lifestyle, then you're not going to be doing those things with them. You're going to end up having to do those things with other people, as an example.
Right. Or alone.
So if you're, or alone. So if your core group ain't matching your financial status, then you got to kind of shift that. Let me flip it. Let's just say your lifestyle, 5 of y'all, and you get wifed up. Either you gonna become the outcast if they don't got no significant others, or they all gonna be wifed up, and y'all go do a couple shits together. Now y'all still break away for the individuality time, but if they not doing the same thing you doing, somebody getting dropped from that core friend group when it comes to activities and what you doing type shit. I don't think it's necessarily about. So I like this comment. So you lose friends that can't keep with the Joneses. No, it's different. When I talk about impacting your core friend group, I think it's everybody might have people that they've been with since the dirt. But as you enter different stages in your life, you look for people who can match where you are in that stage in your life. I have friends who like as a lot of people do, I think. I have friends who are not in the same position that I'm in or nowhere near it. And it changes how I interact with that friend group. So like your core friends might actually turn out to just, oh, that's my memory friends. Like when I want to go to the spot and have a drink and talk about, remember back then when that, it can turn into that if they not where you are in your life for you. And that could be because they choose that or because you chose that just by the nature of your life and how you currently living. Right. I got friends I only do music with. They still my friends. But anytime we vibe and connect, there's something that's musical involved, whether it's seeing a concert or going to the studio, right? Or talking about some shit we saw on TV or this new song. And that's what we do. I got friends who just like to travel, and we don't have much else in common except our love of travel. And that's cool. Matter of fact, I'm going to keep it a whole bundle with you. Most of my white friends are the ones who like to do the affluent shit that I like to do that my black friends don't get down with.
Like concerts and like,
I mean, not even because I think concerts is different, but I'm talking about like, I'm about to go to Amalfi, nigga. Like I'm about to hop in this jet and go somewhere, you know what I mean?
Like, I got you. Okay.
I'm not trying to hear for the 50th time about your checking and your savings. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, Brad.
Right.
You got some PTL? Come on, Brad. Black, you know I got that. Let's get it. And like me, Brad, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Becky, we outside and we go hear my chill. And like, as funny as it might sound, I actually think that just happens naturally for most people. And when it doesn't happen, I think you're lifing wrong. And you can get into why that may be the case.
Right. Yeah, I just it's interesting how you won't have any like malcontent with anyone or any like, falling out or anything like that.
Yeah.
And it's crazy how what you have to do in life and what your responsibilities are, it really does kind of dictate who you're going to be around, and I've definitely experienced that, and like, people could read between the lines and all that, but like, think about somebody like me who is GM in a hotel.
Yeah.
Okay. Took a second job hosting as many events as I can when I'm not at the hotel, and decided that I want to have one of the premier, online streaming media platforms in the area, right?
Yeah.
Like, it really dictates who I talk to, who I see, who I'm around, you know what I'm saying? Like what I got time for, you know what I'm saying? And I find that, and it's just going deeper into the psyche, maybe of just how people like me might look at it. But like what happens to me is, you doing all these things, right? And I know I got like this schedule in my head. So like when I do get the time where it's like, okay, I don't have nothing on the plate right now, a lot of times I opt to just chill with self and
True.
just reflect, you know what I'm saying? And just recuperate from doing everything, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, I think that part, like for people who might fall into that, I think that is what causes a little animosity sometimes.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Because the other side of that is like, yo, you don't call, you don't chill. You know what I'm saying? But it's not that. If you called me while I was just sitting there, just recuperating, I would pick up the phone and talk to you. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Okay.
But like it's never, I feel like the responsibility thing, I definitely feel like the person who has the least amount of time is the one that has to do the reaching out.
Mm. See, oh, we chat. This yo, hold up, y'all. Hold up. Time out. Gabe is motherfucking honest. Shout out to Gabe.
Shout out to Gabe.
Gabe is potted.
Right.
Yo, you ain't wrong. You know why? Because I think people take your busyness as like you don't care or you don't want to rock with them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? When it's like you got all the time in the world because you working 4 hours a day,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm working 16.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And or you don't have little kids,
Mm-hmm.
right? Or you don't have any kids,
Right.
or whatever the case may be. Your scenario is just different in how you live in your life. So,
Mm-hmm.
Somebody who's busy, it can seem like they're disconnected and not interested in spending that time with you, and that's not even the truth.
True.
It's interesting how you put that. People who have kids and families to get need to get on the calendar. Yeah. Here's what I would say, man. Like, I'm busy.
Right.
Like, I'm super busy.
Right.
And I'm the type. I guess you got to find people that can meet you where you are, and it will affect some of your relationships and some of your friendships. But finding people who understand you,
right,
is also important in the space. So, like as an example, I've been busy, but I'm not just busy like sometimes. I've been busy for like 5 years.
Right.
Which is different than just like I'm working kind of like no, like my life is busy. Like I got
right.
shit going on all the time.
Right.
But having people where it's like I won't call you for 6 weeks and then I'll reach out.
Right.
And that's blessed because you understand where I'm at. Right. It's also important. So not just having people in the same space as you. You can just also have people that understand where you are in life and can meet you there without it turning into something like you said, if I don't never reach out, I'll never hear from you type of shit.
Right. Yo, hold up real quick, Black. We got my mother effing nephew in the building. Shout out to Daniel, man. I see you. Life is busy. It's just not enough hours in the day. And Daniel's coming from a place where he's full time. He's got a gang of kids. I got a bunch of extra nieces and nephews because of him. You know what I'm saying? And so when he says that, I understand where he's coming from. Sometimes it feels like that. It's just not enough hours in the day. But man, like, God bless everybody who got that motor in them that could just keep go, couple hours of sleep and go. I can be a little bit like that. but I burn out. I burn out rather quickly. Like within a week or two, you'll notice a significant change in my attitude and like my overall health,
Yeah.
probably. You know what I'm saying?
The Bunky said, people think you are avoiding them and get offended. Seems like I'm always explaining that I'm busy. Now that's facts, Bunky. One thing you may not know about watching me do this show, I am an extroverted introvert. There's an actual word for that. Maybe it's like ambivert, whatever the fuck it means. It means like I thrive in social settings, but I recharge in solitude. So like when I'm washed or when I'm like beat, the last thing I want to do is kiki with somebody. Like I'd rather sit down here and put on my headphones and make music for 4 hours, because like that to me is recharging my energy so I can go outside and give that energy to people. You feel me? But people may not recognize that because you talk to me, it's like, oh yeah, you was out doing this, you was doing that, you was traveling, you was with the friends, you was at the club, you was It's like, no, that's how I expend energy. I don't recharge in social settings though. I don't recharge at all socially. I recharge in solitude. And everybody's different, but that's me.
I'm the same way, Black, because you know how I am in public, and I just exude energy, you know what I mean? And like literally I believe in all that, and it does, I drain out, you know what I'm saying? And it's like as much as I want to, it's like I need to chill. I need to be in my car and just close the door. You know what I'm saying? Like straight up. Shout out to Angie. She's like, what about the people that make you feel like a chore and then they call out in advance for your plans? I get it. It's, you know what it is too. It's
wait, hold up. I'm trying to read that. Like call out from work?
No, call out in advance for your plans. Like you make plans and then you cancel them in advance, I think is what she's trying to say. They call out in advance. For
your got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah, I had people do that. They did that to me like 3 times.
Yeah. LOL, not call out in advance. See, Bunky knew what she was. That's that girl talk. They understand each other. Shout out to Bunky. Hold up, time out.
Go ahead.
Shout out to the Rec Boys and shout out to Tea Time with Bunky, man. They got on TV. They on the DuPont network doing their thing. I know Bunky was able to do like a menopause show and all that. Good for you guys. I want to give you guys big salutes and props for all that stuff, doing your thing. Maybe inspirational. Black and I might be doing some things. So like, but that's dope, and just keep going, keep improving, keep being you. And I wish you nothing but success. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
But
Tuesday, not feeling well for Friday. That's funny.
I know.
Hold up. A nigga call you on Tuesday and be like, yo, bro, I know we got plans for Friday, but my throat itchy.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I don't know. I might get called into the job, so I might just have to lay low at home and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Nasty work, son.
Yeah.
Man. All right. Did you lose your train of thought? You was about to say something.
Studio audience and all that, Bunky. That's super fire. And shout out to the Rec Center out there in Liberty, New York. Man, I just think that topic is something that is on not the forefront of people's minds, but it does affect you on your day to day, because I do have people that I care about, you know what I'm saying? And that maybe I don't reach out as much, but it really doesn't mean I have less love for them or like not going to be there if they call me. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I think my thing too is, Black, and I don't know if everybody's a little guilty of this or not, or maybe it's just me, but like I put a lot of weight on the fact that I'm not playing when I say somebody that I cares about calls me out of the blue and they're like, yo, G, can you help me? I'm going to help. If I can, I'm going to help. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And I think I put so much weight on that, bro, that I end up being a little distant. You know what I'm saying? Knowing that, yeah, I'm all the way over here, but if you need me, you know what I'm saying? I got you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I think that I'm not the only one who thinks that way. You know what I'm saying? Because like you hear it all the time. Oh, it's like, nah, it's not like that. I got all the love in the world for you. It's not, saying you hear it all the time. And I think a little bit of it could be that fact right there. That's like, I'm there for you, but I'm not there for you on the daily or nothing like that. But if you need me, I'm there. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. I hear that point. Here's what I would challenge you. when I talk about people being where you are in that place of life to be able to understand you in that way. Here's something I would give to anybody, and it's something that I had to do for myself too. If you feel like that, like there's people that might be distant from you or whatever, for whatever reason, whether it's because you're distant or you don't reach out first, or they be distant, or they think you flaking on them because you're busy. Doesn't matter why there's separation. I want you to look at how they're spending their time that they're not spending with you. Because I think what you'll find out is they're doing things that you wouldn't even be doing anyway. Let me make a face right quick. Hold up. Y'all not hearing what I'm saying. So, like, I ain't gonna call no names, but I got this friend of mine. Hold up. See, I'm about to get, hold up. Let me chill. Hold up. Give me a second. All right. I'm gonna get super honest with y'all. Don't shoot the messenger. Just keep it a buck. All right. Whether you know it or not, I feel like everybody has their friends in the category. Maybe you know it subconsciously or consciously, or you said it out loud, or you never even said it to yourself. But all your friends fit in a box for you. Not all your friends are equal. That's why you have the whole friends or acquaintances, or I know people, but I don't know that person.
Right.
There's levels to this shit. So I got a friend who is an acquaintance, but he think he's a friend.
Okay. That's awkward sometimes. Yeah.
It's like that sometimes. Where like the thing that we relate on is very, very specific. And in no other ways do I enjoy spending time with that person. We just so different. Right? Like I'm not into what you into. We don't vibe in that. Like I literally met you in a very specific place in my life. And we connect on this thing, and it's very specific to this thing. Right. And we've tried, right, to bridge that gap in other ways, but it don't work. Like the shit be annoying. You be talking about shit that be annoying. It don't make sense, yada yada yada. I point that out to say the people that you have distance from, go look at what they're doing when they're not spending that time with you. It's probably not shit that they want to do with you in the first place, and maybe it's vice versa, depending on the reason why you guys have distance. Because it'll help you understand what kind of friend you are in their eyes. You feel what I'm saying, Gabe? Like maybe for you, you are, oh, that's my man's, or no, that's my man's, or like, nah, that's an associate. Like that nigga cool, but that's not my guy. Like I'm not going to jail for him type of shit. You feel me? Right. So like, if you got that box, your friends also have that box for you. So if you feel distance, just look at what they're doing with their time that's not spent with you, and maybe you won't feel so personal about it. Maybe they're just doing shit outside of you that they don't connect with you on.
Oh yeah, for whatever reason. Yeah. Angie said, "Stop talking about me."
All right, let's be very clear here. All right,
not talking about me.
Me and Gabe have 3 things in common. All right, not one. This many. All right,
just so you know.
Just so you know. That cough is tough. It's different. You feel me? 3 of them.
Big facts.
Sometimes it's 4. So like, nah, when I brought it up because Bunky was talking about people being in their feelings about how you interact with them, and it's like,
right.
In reality, I think everybody has friend groups and groups, and they look to them for certain things, right? I do not go to my sports fans when I need to talk about my real life. Like, you my sport friend, right? We drink beers, we kiki, we laugh, we talk about football, right? We reminisce old days. We might go play pool together. We might do some other social shit, but you are not the person I run to when my marriage is falling apart. That's a different friend.
Right.
And I think it's okay to acknowledge that everybody does something different for different people. That's what I mean by that. And if people understood that, they wouldn't be in their feelings about how you interact with them.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It's like you can apply this to anybody too. It's because like this part of human nature is pretty general. You know what I mean? Like this part of it. It just depends on what side you're on and who's the busy one and who's not the busy one. It really comes down to that. But shout out to all the people who, we don't get to see all the time or we don't talk to all the time. shout out to those people though, because they doing their thing and kill none, let none die type of deal. So, shout out to everybody.
Like, could you imagine having to talk to me every day, Gabe? Like, how exhausting would that fucking be? Like,
talking to you every day?
Like talking, like literally, not even texting, nigga. Like me and you got to sit here and breathe words at each other every day. What a horrible friendship that would be.
Oh my
garbage. Why who would want that? Like,
I don't know. First,
every day.
I don't know what's going on with Black today. I don't know what's going on with
it. Yo, could you, Bunky? Could you imagine talking to Shot Ass every fucking day? Every day?
Yo, what's going on? Jay Arroyo in the building. What's going on, sir? You guys are glowing with positivity. Have you been juicing? Listen.
Y'all know, look, y'all know what I mean. It's like two people on this planet I want to talk to daily. It ain't much more than that. And that's not being offensive. I don't want to talk to niggas every day. Like my best friends, I don't talk to them niggas every day. Once a week. Most. Like, I don't need to talk, bro. You good? Yep. Bet. Hit you next week. Love. Done. Like, I'm not talking to you about random shit.
You know, Black, that comes with age, Black, too. You know that.
Is that what it is?
It is. It comes with age because, like, if you really think about it, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't there a time though where you was hitting up your mans every day? Think about it.
Yes, you're right.
Think about it.
But it's that
every
was never
day.
a time. Hold up. That was never a time when I stopped being a broke boy. Meaning, like, I feel like that only goes hand in hand with like school, and I just got out of school and I'm doing some real young ass shit. The minute you become an adult, that shit stops.
Correct. That's where I'm at with it. And you could tell who's like clearly not going to catch up to where you are when they still trying to rock the way they was rocking when we was broke boys.
Facts. Because
money
and texting don't mix. Not like, nigga, how are you texting me at 1:30 in the afternoon? Don't you have a job?
Right.
Nah, bro. My shit don't start till 7. That's not a real job, son.
Right. Working part-time at the warehouse, bro. That's 7 to 11 shift. Nah, man.
Yeah, 7 to 11 picking boxes. That's cool for some sneakers, bro. You need to get a job. You need to be busy when I'm busy, nigga.
Motherfucker.
So like, nah, yo, that's a good point. That's a good point. Like when I first came home, and that's another thing too. When I first came home, I had nothing but time. So like I went through that transition period where like, okay, I'm living off of the money I banked while I was overseas, right?
Right.
So I'm outside, I'm doing more and more social. And like the minutes like, I bet I'm gonna lean into my career now. I'm gonna lean into this music now. And my time is different. That shit just happens. Like, yo, I'm telling y'all niggas on Monday, I'm going back to work. Like I've been out here for 6 months, going back to work. And I mean, literally every day, bro, what you doing? Nigga, I'm at work. It's Tuesday. I told you this on Sunday. What is you doing? It's 10 a.m. Right. Bro, when you get off, you want to play 2K? No. So like, nah, you right on, bro. It's like, niggas got to elevate, or at the very least, recognize when you've elevated. And it doesn't mean better than nobody either. It just means like my time is different.
It changed.
My time is different.
Shit done changed. Shit.
And quite frankly, the older I get, and not that I'm old, but the older I get, the more it's like I now do cost benefit analysis. Like, bro,
facts.
I got like 40 months, maybe if the Lord bless me, 40 years left on this planet, something like that. Do I want to spend 2 hours doing this?
Right.
And a lot of times I'll be like, nah, I'm good.
No, I really don't.
Maybe at 21, I would have never questioned it. But now it's like, do I want to give this nigga 8 hours?
Right.
Nah, I'm good.
Right.
Yeah.
Shout out to everybody out here who woke up today and will wake up tomorrow, man. Just know that we are blessed to do so. The friends and levels thing was a great topic, and I thought of levels only because I seen a headline today that I was pushed back by. I did not know this, man. And she my girl. She's actually my birthday soul. My birthday mate. So Rihanna, I did not know. Did you know that Rihanna was the richest girl in the world when it comes to being like that girl? Did you know that she was the top girl, like money wise? You did?
Yeah. When Fenty broke the Billy mark, I knew. It was a big announcement. That was like 2 years ago.
Wow. Okay. So she was holding that spot for a minute at 1.4 billion. 1.4 billion.
Okay, I'll do my job. Don't lose your train of thought. I'll do my job though. Y'all know that's mostly in the value of her brand, right? And not actual liquidated cash. She don't actually got $1 billion.
Right.
Just got to keep that in mind. She probably got like 100 million.
Right. So she just relinquished the number 1 spot to the one and only Taylor Swift.
Of course.
At 1.6. Bro, if you would have asked me this morning before I saw that headline, who's the richest girl like that, I would have told you Taylor Swift. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and she was.
I would not have known that she took over Rihanna. Like, if you would have asked me who she took over, I wouldn't have said Rihanna. I didn't realize it was like that.
Fenty and to be such a young brand, like what's Fenty? 6 years old?
If that,
maybe 7.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe 7, right?
That shit took off like wildfire. Like literally.
It did.
Why ain't Rihanna making music? Because Fenty made her rich. Like, what are you talking about? She don't need music anymore.
Right.
That's why she stopped. So, like, I did know that Fenty blew up. I'm surprised that Taylor just didn't start anything line, a t-shirt line. Anything she put her name on will make her rich beyond her dreams.
Yeah.
So, it's like, amazing. If she wanted to just sell sandals, she'd be a multi-billionaire. Like, so at a certain point, when your name got that kind of cachet, that no matter what, you could fart in a bag of air,
right,
and close it up and probably sell it for $100 a piece and get off.
Right.
Just do that. And I'm surprised that she didn't overtake Rihanna the minute it came out, because her fans online was like, "Yo, how we gonna help Taylor get back on top?" That's the level. By the way, that's a level of sickness that I don't want to ever have to be a part of. Like, to be so enthralled with a person that's like, Rihanna makes more money than Taylor. No, we can't have that.
Yeah.
Taylor, how do we get you back to number 1?
Yeah. No, that fanatic, that full on fanatic shit. Nah, I'm not with it. It's
different.
Yeah, it is. It's a different breed. But yo, shout out to those ladies though. God damn, man. Talk about doing it and doing it well. Taylor Swift and Rihanna, 1 and 2 in the world when it comes to self-worth.
When it comes to artists.
Singers,
it's a lot of rich women though, bro.
Oh yeah, no, I know, but that's salute. That's all I gotta say. Salute. So real quick, man, I'm really, really a fan of, the golden era of hip hop and all that. And one of the people back then that was killing it, that still can pen a verse today, is Scarface. And if you remember, we had sent him some well wishes because he was dealing with something. They didn't really disclose what was going on with Scarface, but they said it was pretty serious and that his life was in jeopardy. Well, I'm happy to report that there are some very promising health updates for him. He's actually on the mend, and it was open heart surgery, my guy. That's what he had to endure to get through this. So just a big salute to his family and to Scarface himself. He definitely a legend in the game, and one of them voices that's so recognizable, super dope. When I bring up Scarface to you, what comes to mind? What's the first thought?
I wet who you want wetted. You wet who I want wetted. Any nigga can get it. You got a problem? Tell nigga where he at. So
yeah.
That's what comes to mind when I think of Face.
Yeah, man.
Man, like big legend. Everybody's big homie, big one of them.
Yeah,
and not lyrical miracle either. Just the voice, the sound, what he meant to the culture, what he means
storytelling.
The storytelling, and like, come on, bro. Like, when you mentioned Texas, you mentioned Face.
Oh, you got to. Like, you got to. Yeah, he's DJ Screw and Scarface. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. I know you were a fan of him as well. Talking about back in the day, artists still doing things today. The one and only Brick City representative Redman is teasing his brand new album, Muddy Waters 2. Are you excited for a Redman release? You are not. You're gonna hear some meth on there.
I know. No.
Not excited, huh?
No, it's okay.
Not a little bit to hear like a little bit of Redman?
No, like, all right, first of all, this nigga right here in Newark. So, like,
are y'all excited out there?
Every time I go down there, I just see the nigga outside. We be chatting. You feel me? Like, that nigga
you be chatting with Redman now. Here we go.
So Gabe kills me with this. Gabe, just because Redman is Redman, he's a person who talks. All right,
I get it. But
this is one of the most outside. This is like going to Yonkers and seeing Kiss and acting like that's strange. That's not strange to see Kiss at the barbershop or at the bodega just outside. Like them niggas is just outside.
So
Redman is just outside walking down the streets in Jersey.
yeah.
Dead ass. So like, this is not odd. So when I say every time I go down there, I see this nigga, but it's not a cap. That nigga just out there. Oh, what up, Red? What up? You know what I mean? Money Water 2 coming, huh? Yeah, bet. Good. Hope you do well.
Magic.
I don't want to hear that shit.
Listen, shout out Vanessa. I see you out there. Magic says, you right though. You right.
It's facts. Niggas just outside, bro. So like every time I go to Jersey, Redman was just here. Yeah, we know, bro. Like this nigga just lives there. We know. Will I give it a spin? Of course, I'm gonna give it a spin.
Okay.
But it's Redman. Like it's gonna be Redman. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. I have a lot of love for Redman. He played a big part in my teenage years coming up, so I always give him a spin. Shout out to Redman though. So listen. Speaking of Jersey and Jersey City and Newark, you know, dangerous places in their own right. They got the hood there. I came across a list, bro, of the top 25 most dangerous city per the crime index, and it's like all this algorithm stuff.
Per capita.
So 25 cities across the whole entire globe. Okay. 4 of those spots were United States grounds.
Okay. Not surprising.
All right. Not surprising out of 25. Do you want to take a couple, and this is for the chat too. I want to hear from the chat.
Yeah.
Can you take a couple guesses as to what cities I'm talking about on this list?
Chicago, Detroit, Newburgh, and one is in like Alabama, Mississippi area. All
right, so we're gonna rewind that. All or most of that is absolutely wrong. Okay. Yo, peace, Same. She in the building.
You asking me to name the cities per capita in this country. I'm just naming some cities, gang.
St. Louis is a good guess. Let me hear some more guesses on what we think out here. I don't want to guess because it's in front of me, but I will tell you this. You had one right with Detroit. Detroit is one of the 4.
The D is filthy. I know this.
D is filthy, and
I know that Newburgh was murders per capita was high on the list for a few years.
This is just crime in general.
But yeah, you talk about crime in general. We only kill people in Raleigh.
Yeah, we only want to kill motherfuckers out here.
Yeah, we ain't.
No reason. We dumb.
We don't do the petty shit. Yeah. No petty larceny at Walmart. We just
facts. Yeah. I'll tell you this. A city on the East Coast.
Give me a region. All right.
East Coast.
I don't think Atlanta's big on crime though.
It's not. You'd be right when you say that. And the chat.
Detroit.
Yep. Hold up, Black. While you doing that,
yeah.
The chat can think about in the Southwest. Go ahead.
Oh, yo, Phoenix?
Nope.
Some of that region?
You're
in that
East
area.
Coast. You're East Coast.
East Coast? Oh, that's not fair, bro. We got the most fucking cities.
Come on. You the smartest one, remember?
That's crazy. I appreciate that. Look, you ain't wrong though. You know, I is it when you say east, you talking about southeast, northeast?
I'm talking East Coast.
What, Toronto, nigga? What the fuck that mean?
No, not all the way up there.
That's a whole. That's 50 cities.
How about this? I'll help you this way. South of Jersey, north of Atlanta, north of Georgia.
It can't be Baltimore.
Yep.
Is Baltimore?
It's Baltimore, bro.
Okay, maybe I should have known that.
Okay,
as soon as you said it, Baltimore came up. Yeah.
All right. So Vanessa said Houston and St. Louis. Those are great guesses. Although I will say I hear such great things about Texas, bro. Like they trying to make me move there. I ain't gonna hold you.
I knew that Baltimore was the trenches though.
Yep, Baltimore. But I want to tell you this.
Yeah.
Baltimore and Detroit are the 2 middle ones. We haven't named the top one yet, and we haven't named the bottom one yet.
Okay.
So,
yeah, bro. Southwest, like I'm not like San Diego is beautiful. It's by the border though.
Mm-hmm. Nah, it's not San Diego. Yeah, I'll tell you this: it's not Cali. There's no Cali.
Bro, when I said the Phoenix area, that Nevada, that area, you're saying it's not there?
No, I'm saying no. It could be around there. Yeah. Absolutely.
Like you want me to say like Glendale? Like I think Glendale is more like suburban.
It's not Glendale. Glendale. I've
Right.
been to Glendale. Nice place.
Yeah. All right, so give us a hit, man. Point us in the direction.
All right. How about this? How about I'm just gonna tell y'all.
New Orleans got like 7 people left, Vanessa. I don't know if they got crime
I
anymore.
know. But how about the top one is Memphis, Tennessee?
I wouldn't have got there.
Nah, me neither.
And I know that Memphis got like a little reputation. I wouldn't have got there though.
Mm-hmm. And how about this one? This one's in New Mexico.
I said that area. I was around there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Albuquerque.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Albuquerque is so the numbers run down. So remember, it was a list of 20, and Memphis was number 11, Baltimore was number 15, Detroit was number 17, and Albuquerque was number 20. A place called Caracas was number 1 on the list. Caracas.
I can see that. You know what's going on over there, right?
No, what is it?
Everybody's skiing.
Oh, it's a lot of coke over there. Cocaine. They doing that cocaine. Cocaine.
You too comfortable with that, gang. Like
cocaine.
You was at them parties with Diddy?
Pause.
I was at the
I left at midnight. You feel me?
You left at midnight.
Yeah. I was rocking.
Yo, I heard it went down at 9:30. Fuck you saying?
Nah. I heard there was a roll call at 1:30 in the morning, and I don't know what happened after. I was gone at 12.
Oh, shit. Albuquerque, New Mexico makes sense because of where it's at, and yeah, I could see that. And a lot of those crimes ain't like violent crimes either.
Right. It doesn't have to be a violent crime.
Yeah, you're right. That's what I wasn't thinking about. Yeah, it's just crime.
Yeah. So Memphis, Tennessee. What are they doing in Memphis? Leave people alone, man.
Yo, John Morant told you though. That's why he got them things on IG every week, letting niggas know don't come for him.
He did say that.
He said this.
He did say that.
Shout out Baltimore though.
Baltimore.
You gotta stop saying Baltimore. You gotta say it properly.
What?
Ballermore.
Oh my God! Here we go. What are you, Tay Rock's boy? He's
Baltimore. You feel me?
What we gonna do? What two? What two you want to go to?
Shout out Baltimore, dog. Shout out the Wire. Shout out the Wire.
Shout out the Wire. Shout out the Wire. But very interesting list, man. Y'all could go look that up. It's out there. And I just want to give a quick shout out for a little sports segment, real quick. Quick shout out to New York sports. You know, got the Yankees and Mets. They are tied up. I think the Mets were on the verge of victory when I came on the show. I'm not sure where they at now. But I wanted to shout out the Giants. The Giants are coming around. They look really good this past weekend. And the Jets did something crazy that I don't think was necessary. But they went ahead and fired their head coach, man. He's out of here. But
I think get rid of the 41-year-old quarterback, but all right.
Yeah, you know, it's harder to fire 53 people than to fire one. I think that's what it really comes down to. And I don't blame the man for what the Jets look like right now. What I do blame is whoever is evaluating the talent on the team and then bringing, you know, talent in. That person or that staff is the staff I would want to look at, because it just seems like to me, much like the Giants of very near history last year, when you have no offensive line, you can't do much. You know what I'm saying? And that seems to be a big problem with the Jets. So firing Sal is one thing, whatever. And also this, bro, we'll close sports up with this. I don't think Jake Paul wants smoke for real with Mike Tyson. I think that he's about to call it. I want to say here on the air, I think he's going to call the fight off before it gets here in November. I don't think he wants to smoke. That's what I'm going to say about that.
Gabe, if y'all haven't noticed, Gabe is in Jake Paul pocket because he keep trying to promote this fight that don't nobody give a damn about. Nobody care about this fight, Gabe. Nobody cares about. Matter of fact, we're doing sports time. Shout out to my New York Knicks. Karl Anthony Towns is a Knick, baby. We lit 1 through 6. I'm gonna leave that alone. Let's get to it.
Yo, I'm not mad at them for bringing Cat in town and getting rid of Julius, man. Nope. I'm not mad. People were up in arms about it, but I was like, why?
And I like this from Minnesota point of view too, because Julius fits right into the hole they have. They needed the true four, in my opinion. Losing DiVincenzo hurts, but I think it's a good trade for both teams. And don't sleep, Deuce McBride.
I like
good.
Him.
He just needs confidence. He's good.
Yeah,
I'm gonna leave that right there.
I did like DiVincenzo's I did like that stroke from three, man. He just
Pause.
he seemed to be able to rise to moments, and I like players like
Pause.
that. Stop being
I
gross,
like
man. Do we
that.
have to
I
read? Do we
like
have to
that.
read
I
what
like that. I like that stroke. He can rise to moments. Get the fuck out of here,
you
Gabe.
leaving out
Pause.
crucial words? You leaving
Get
out
the hell
crucial
out of here.
words? You're leaving out crucial words to
No,
make a
no,
point.
not. Y'all hear
Yes,
this
you are.
shit? He gonna
I said I
rise
like
to
his
the
stroke
occasion.
from three.
I like that stroke.
From three. From three. Why did they get rid of Alex Burt?
Because old niggas is old.
What's up, Jamel?
Yo,
What's going on,
Magic.
brother?
Magic, talk to your man. You heard what he said, right? Gonna rise to the occasion with that stroke.
yo,
What up,
Black
bro?
is on one today, bro.
Yo,
Holy moly!
Yo, this show is not brought to you by orange Solo cups.
Or
sometimes
brisk.
red won't do.
It is fall, so you're just in season.
I'm glad you peaked the vibes because
Yeah.
niggas didn't get it. Yeah,
you in season. Speaking of seasons, bro, and this is the reason why I have these topics is because, quite honestly, there's just a lot of bullshit happening out there in the world. There's not a lot going on. And this is where we really thrive because we can really get into our conversation. But, I just wanted to shout out everybody. Seasonal depression is a real thing. And it goes undiagnosed a lot. It don't need to be diagnosed. But what I'm here to tell you is that if you feel like you're in your feelings more lately, or you feeling like you're not really yourself, or you feel like the world is after you all of a sudden, check yourself a little bit. And it might just be a little seasonal depression setting in that you just have to deal with head on, and then you can get through it and you be happy again. Because it happens to me. You know what I mean? When the weather changes, I love like the beach. You know what I'm saying? Like everything about me and Angie, we would just love to be by the beach, sand in my feet, sun on my face. Let's go. I'm with that. You know what I mean? And when it turns cold and it's gray all the time, you know what I mean? I tend to like shut down a little bit. I'm not as talkative. You know what I mean? I'm more edgy. I'm a little bit more cranky, so to speak. You know what I mean? Like not really partaking in fun things, willingly. I got to be dragged to things. You know what I mean? That really does happen. And like as soon as you recognize it and tell yourself is nothing's really that bad. The whole world is not after me right now. My job is fine. I can do better. It's me causing these issues. As long as you can look yourself in the mirror and say those things to yourself, you'll be okay. But the problem is doing that. A lot of people don't realize that that's what's happening. And I'm here to tell you that it does happen. It can happen to you because it happens to me. So shout out to everybody who deals with the shit appropriately.
This segment was brought to you by BetterHelp.com. Please go to BetterHelp.com/Black and Gabe for 15% off right now. Make sure you use that code and tell them that Finally TV sent you. That's BetterHelp.com for all your mental health needs.
That's who that. I was wondering who Jamel was, and that's my boy. Bottom line, shout out Queens in the building, man. All right, yeah, I like that. And depression is real, brother. It is real. Look at what he averaged at the end of the playoffs. In case homeboy forgot, you talking about the other dude? He mentioned the other dude. He's like, why did he get rid of Alec Burke? Yeah.
I know what he averaged. Probably like 10, a board and a half, and an assist and a half, and like 38% from downtown. I know Burks. What I was saying though is still on point. If they would have kept Alex Burke, he would have been the oldest nigga on the roster, which is my point. They're trying to get young and athletic.
Right.
Burks is like 33, 34 at this point. So I wasn't shitting on him. He 10 points, couple of threes a game. I just know what I was saying. He would have been the oldest nigga on the team.
Right. That's just factual.
That's just facts.
I love that New York sports has been revitalized. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to the Rangers for never really falling off and being the team to hold it down. You know what I'm saying? When everybody else was sucking. Because as much as us Yankee fans get real spoiled about having calling a successful season a championship season has to be a successful season. As much as like we live that, it's not really that though. If you got a team that's winning more games than they lose year to year, then you're in a good spot. You know what I'm saying? You're in a good spot. You don't always got to win a championship. Did the Mets win? Bottom line, did the Mets win that game is what I need to know. They was on the verge of winning it when I came on air. They had 2 on, no outs. They had big homeboy up. Yeah, man.
So
So
we're gonna talk about this work. What we doing?
well, we have a couple of things to talk about. Shout out to the sponsors. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the sponsors. It's always that. Shout out to the VGN network. You can download the VGN app on your phone and all devices and tablets and such, and listen to this show every Tuesday, 12 noon on that's the replay. And then on Wednesday, you can hear Voice of the Valley, 12 noon on the same app. So shout out to the Village Global Network. We got a few things to talk about, man. We got one music thing that we need to touch on, and that's your boy Tommy Richmond. I know you had brought something to my attention. Let's talk about it.
Y'all know who Tommy Richmond is?
TikTok fame.
Sure. What's that dumbass song he got?
The moment, yeah, that one.
That one? That $1 million shit?
Right.
So I ain't even mad at Tommy. Tommy was a nigga working at U-Haul 4 months ago, and now he went viral and he got famous real fast. Thank you. I knew the song. I knew this. I was being funny, but I knew the song name. But thank you. Tommy thought it'd be a good idea to go on the internet for no reason, because nobody asked this nigga, and say to the world, "I'm not a hip hop artist." Tommy's a 24-year-old white man from Virginia. I'm just stating the facts. I don't have a problem with him being white.
Right.
His song was number 2 on the Hot 100. He's being supported by the hip hop community. That song has been like number 1 or number 2 on hip hop charts for like a month or 2 at this point. It is black people making him pop. By the way, he signed to a nigga that I think is one of the most talented people in the industry right now, Brent Fires. When it comes to that singing thing.
Okay.
I don't know what possessed this man to wake up one day and get on the internet and just shit on the culture that has pushed him to the forefront by telling people he's not a hip hop artist. But then he got called out by a few people. Funk Flex is one of them. Joe Budden, DJ Head. And that made me think. Now, by the way, he tried to walk it back. I'm not just a hip hop artist, is what I meant to say. I'm thankful for all the support, but we knew what you were saying.
Right.
Which brought me to my feeling, Gabe. What do you think about the culture vultures? This long line of white artists who break using hip hop. This thing I hold dear, this thing I love. They break into the mainstream when hip hop's back, and then pivot to a different genre. And I mean, sometimes it's fucking immediately.
So you're not talking about all culture vultures. You're specifically talking about the white ones, because they come in all creeds, colors, and sizes.
Let's have the conversation. Okay. So I'm speaking about obviously one of the biggest ones that just happened was Post Malone. Right?
Okay.
Post Malone definitely came in with 3 hip hop albums. Definitely went 15 times platinum on a hip hop song. Definitely came out with White Iverson, like cornrows in his head.
Right.
And now this nigga's on the Country Music Awards, singing with Luke Bryan and them, dissing hip hop.
The last part is the part we would all take issue with, right? Because everything before that part was fine.
What I'm saying is, here's the thing. When white artists break into this culture, people want us to give them the same respect. Like, it's not about the color, it's about the art and the craft. And I'm all for that. Until you realize very quickly that they come in because they think it's the lowest form. Because their talent don't let them shine through on the pop chart. So they come and use hip hop and melodies and get off on our culture. And then they pivot. That is literally the epitome of a culture vulture. You didn't want to be here in the first place. You just wanted to use it and then shit on it like you're above it. That's crazy to me. See, Drake said a line like, how niggas trying to get lit off a nigga that y'all hating on. And there's a whole lot of truth in that, right? So like, while Post Malone is the epitome of what I'm talking about, there's a few other ones, like I said before, like the Kid Leroy. Maybe I don't know him, but he had a top 20 song with NBA Youngboy, and a little white kid from the suburbs rapping and singing. and immediately that song hit top 20, and then he signed with an artist with a label and went pop. This nigga doing his first album was 55 black niggas on it. Okay. Every rapper who was popping was on his initial album. Every rapper with somebody was on his album. His second album, no black features, no rap song, completely pop. People that do that irk the fuck out of me, and it happens all the time. So I guess you could take it from the point of view of culture vultures and of itself. I think it's a little different, but I'm willing to hear out your point of view. I have a problem with people coming to the culture just to rape it and then get away from it and don't give back to the culture. Don't put nothing into the culture.
Right.
And I think somebody going on X one day, remember, nobody asked him a question, just to let y'all niggas know. Yeah, I'm not hip hop. I mean, I know y'all niggas buying my shit. I'm not hip hop though. So please, Sprite, come fuck with me. Right. Please, Taylor, come fuck with me. Like doing that weird shit. I got a problem with niggas doing that to our culture.
I mean, we all should. Right? I mean, we all should. Because, all right, let's talk about it like this. How do culture vultures hurt the culture?
They take and don't pour in.
They take and don't pour in.
Correct.
So because they came in, put their gloss on something, and figured out a way to like cheat it out, get this money out, get a bunch of shows and stuff. I can't rap no more. You can't rap no more because they did that.
Is that what you think I'm saying?
No, I'm just saying, right? We can still do what we love, right? Like because they took advantage of it doesn't mean that other people can't enjoy the art, right?
No, doesn't mean that.
Okay. So like that's what I'm asking. So how does a culture vulture hurt the thing by always taking and never putting in?
Okay, let me give this to you differently. Gabe and Angie, I love you, so don't kill me for this one. Gabe, if your loved one died in your backyard, and before you can bury him, a vulture came and picked at his body, how would you feel in that moment? Would you say he already dead? It's cool, or would you want to shoot a vulture away?
I would want to shoot the vulture away.
Why?
Because that's my loved one.
Oh, and that dishonors that person's life and what it meant to you,
or at least their what's left of their physical being. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want that desecrated.
So, do you have to now? Let me give you some more of this. Is that vulture hurting that dead person in your backyard?
Is that
It's already dead. It's already dead, right?
No, it's not. It's not causing physical pain. No.
Cool. And it's not stopping anybody else from living, is it? But you love that person, so you still feel the way.
Yeah, no, because I still want to shoo it away.
Okay, bet. Is that answering your question?
Yeah, no, I see where you're going with that. I feel you on that. So that's why I just want to identify how a culture vulture hurts the culture.
Beyonce put out a country album, right? She can't get a fucking nomination as a black woman in a genre of an album that she just put out because you're not traditional country.
Right.
But Tommy Richmond can come and eat off of hip hop and then pivot to fucking pop. Am I making any sense yet?
Yeah,
we're watching award show at the award show blackball Beyonce. What the fuck they want to do is Beyonce.
It's her,
and y'all won't even nominate her.
Right. The gall. Interesting.
Want to keep going?
No. So, from my point of view, like what I was saying before about like Post Malone per se, right? Like I really have no problem with you coming in, making some music. He made some slaps. We can't say he didn't. People were rocking his shit, you know. He pivots, he does other things. I'm cool with all that. It's when you get to the point where he's talking bad about the culture or hip hop itself, that's the part where I take issue with. You know what I'm saying?
So just talking. All right, Gabe, hold up. I know you're rocking. Let me frame this better. Because I got to get you to get it. Hold up. And you're a smart man. Gabe, you remember how we had slave times? I mean, we wasn't alive, but we heard about, right? Slave times, slavery.
Sure. Was good.
White people thinking they're better than black people, right? Do you find it odd that the person who's in this position of feeling like they're better than, I'm above black people, I'm better than black people, still want to fuck our women? Why was so many white slave owners sleeping with black women if they felt
Right.
like they were dirty and trash?
Right.
So you don't like none of this, but you want to rape it.
Right. Right.
Am I making sense yet, Gabe?
Yeah. Yeah. No, it makes sense.
So if you got this inherent disdain for hip hop, you don't like our culture. You don't like what it stands for. You don't like nothing that's going on.
Then stay
You
out.
just want to come through and bust a nut.
Right. Stay out. We'd rather you stay out. I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. How does it make me feel? I just think,
as a person that says he loves hip hop, do you love hip hop?
I do love hip hop.
Yeah, talk to me then, gang.
So, from my point of view, like I'll think it's corny, but at the end of the day, the music industry turned into just a big business, and there's always going to be businessmen looking at it as just a money generator of some sort. All they gotta do is put the pieces together, put the machine behind it. It's going to generate income for me, so I get that part of it. So that's why it keeps happening,
But Tommy
because
Richmond but Tommy Richmond wasn't forced to say this because of the machine. He was on Twitter one night and just tweeted it.
No, but he's just a dickhead though. I mean, that like,
are they all dickheads? Because nobody's making Post Malone shit on hip hop. He already made his pivot. Why are you even talking about it then?
Yeah, it's that part. It's that part. It's that part that bothers me. It's the pivot. That's a good word to use. It's the pivot that bothers me the most. Like, get in and get what you want from it, but don't desecrate it. Don't disrespect it. Don't put it in a
disrespectful though to even get what you want. Gabe, do you hear yourself? I gave you prime examples, my G, of like, would you use that same terminology if I'm talking about a black woman's body or your dead homie's grave when it comes to desecrating somebody? So it's okay for them to come through and desecrate a nigga grave and then spin off?
Maybe it's my use of the word desecrate. Disrespect is a better term, I think.
Okay.
Because then we can stop talking about, my loved ones being dead and shit like that. My homeboys.
I didn't mean that. Y'all know I
didn't
mean that.
Yeah. But like, you know what I'm saying? But like, that's what I mean. It's like, it's disrespectful. It's disrespectful. I mean, how does it make me feel? I just think it's whack. I just think that you're whack. I think that Tommy Richmond and his whole $1 Million Baby thing, I think that whole thing is whack. You know what I'm saying? I think people are stupid for liking it. You know what I'm saying? But that's the world we live in, and the older I get, the more dumb shit I see. It just, I'm less and less surprised at shit. I'm less and less shocked by anything, because this world is a little bit and in many different ways. And this is part of it. This is definitely part of it, where you love something and you put your all into it and you build it with a huge community across the world. And here comes this bozo. Yeah, I get it. That it's whack. It's whack. If that's what you want to hear about my overall stance on it, it's whack. But
I should we gatekeep?
I would love to gatekeep.
So you think we should just be like, nah, we don't support non-black people in this culture? And when I say black, y'all know I mean brown people. So let me be clear before y'all kill me.
I don't think it comes down to color for me. For me, it comes down for the love of the game. If you love
Beyonce, don't love country.
No, she do. And why does this not apply to her? I think that it's whack what they do to her too, and that has nothing to do with mine. I don't even give a fuck about country music.
Here's my question though: who is they? Are they like this entity, or are they
Happy Birthday Time?
Unseasoned folk. What are we saying here? Who's they?
Well, no, because you said, do we need to gatekeep? And then you said, do we got to keep out all non-black and brown people? And I'm saying, I don't think it's a color thing. I think it's a love thing. If you love the culture, if you love hip hop and you want to do it, by all fucking means, please.
Gotcha. So do you think it's a multi-denominational group of people keeping Beyonce from being elected for awards? It's because you're saying that it only goes
It could be. Okay, so you think that there's not somebody of color in some way, shape, or form on that side that isn't pushing the button?
That's exactly what I think. I think it's nobody of color over there is gatekeeping. I don't think that at all.
It could be. It could be black. It could be. The Beyonce one's a little like it's just weird to me because of what we said earlier. Like she's so big and like she's such a household name. Like
Mhm.
how is she left out of that? Like how is that not country? By the way, because I'll tell you what, I don't like country, and I did not like that Beyonce album.
But I
It's
mean,
a,
not just one award show though, multiple.
no, all of
Skip
them
it.
really.
So
I mean, she
like,
got a couple of awards along the way, but like not from the highly identifiable country outlets that do it.
so am I supposed to believe that at every single one of these publications or show people who put these shows together,
Mhm.
there's this group of people who are just like, nah, Beyonce ain't country enough, and we're all missing the point. So everyone's missing that Beyonce put out a country album. None of us get it.
I don't see how. How
Exactly. That's my entire point here.
that
This is my entire point.
yeah.
Machine Gun Kelly. I'm sorry, MGK, because you don't do machine guns anymore because now he's a rock star.
Right.
He ain't come through, rape the culture, and then bounce.
Right.
And you can say Eminem took him out, but I mean, why is it that every white person who jumps in the culture slides off to a different genre if that's not the point in and of itself? Don't none of them want to stay here. So clearly, it's not about the thing. It's not about the culture. It's not about the music.
We'll get
it's about
trouble. We'll get into trouble and push back if we say all. We can't say all, and no, we can't be absolute because
Eminem.
It's not just
part.
It's not
Who
just
else? Who talking about? What you want to talk about?
Like, I mean,
don't say Logic. Don't say that, dude. He's confused. That's what he is.
But it's going to be names that we don't know, and I think that speaks more to the love of the game. People like a Chris Webby. You know what I'm saying? An independent artist who's been out here for more than 10 years, touring the whole country. You know what I mean? Like that's love of the game right there.
What about Lil Dicky?
Well, that's appropriation.
Why do you get to pick and choose which category it falls under?
Because it's my show.
What about Mac Miller?
Do we look at Mac Miller as a culture vulture?
Did you hear his last album? Because it don't sound like rap to me.
R.I.P. Mac Miller.
Mac Miller. He was definitely pivoting. He was in the middle of a pivot.
It's easier for them to break into the urban market, so they fake it until they make it. Is what Vanessa said.
Which is Vanessa, you spot on. Which is my point. Like the audacity. Like this. Right. This is why I started off by saying you're not even him yet. You went viral on TikTok 3 months ago.
Right.
This nigga didn't even wait to get a #1 album before he's like, I'm not hip hop.
Well, he didn't wait to get asked.
Yeah. No interview, no putting him out. Just woke up on violence one day and said, I'm not one of y'all niggas.
You know what I'm saying? Come on.
For no reason. The audacity. I hear you pointing out the exceptions. I just think that it's odd. I don't see too many black people breaking into hip hop and then pivoting to country and then pivoting to pop. I don't think that's like what happens. You see what I'm saying? And I also don't see it from the other side. Like there are artists in other genres who don't pivot to rap.
But
like they go to the genre they want to be.
Can we just cite Nelly and Drake real quick for those that those names are popping up in their head?
What do you mean? What about them?
So because is it different with Nelly and Drake because they still identify with hip hop? Because they both do. Yeah, because Nelly went and did some other shit.
Well, no, dabbling in the genre isn't mean that you're pivoting away from the craft or the culture.
Okay.
Like Lil Wayne put out a rock album. Is he saying fuck hip hop? Like, no, he put out a fucking rock album and then spun the block.
You know who's a great example of still loving the culture but spinning off as well? Cypress Hill. Cypress Hill's and Ice-T. Ice-T also broke in hip hop and then went to hardcore metal. And so did Cypress Hill. Hardcore metal.
Right. I'm gonna say something though. You're not gonna like it.
Okay, but don't be disrespectful.
I'm not, but you gotta hear where I'm at.
Ice-T.
Okay,
go ahead.
They not black.
Ice-T? What do you mean Ice-T is not black?
Gabe, Ice-T is a mixed man.
Ice-T is more gangster than both of us. It is Pinky. What are you talking about?
This conversation is not about gangsterism, right? You're talking about somebody who has a whole half of their culture that they also are tapped into. So when I say he's not just a black man and you tell me he went hard rock, I'm like, and half of that nigga's white.
But what you said, but he fits the equation that you
He
just
does
brought
not.
up.
He does not to me.
He broke in hip hop.
That's facts. I'm talking about somebody who's culturally not us. A person
Okay.
with two complete different identities from different parents
Okay.
is not the same as what I'm talking about.
Okay. All right. All right. So see, this is how we arrive at clarification, and communication is key. You know what I'm
Sure.
saying?
But
So this
so if Logic went out and
Logic's
made a
half black. He's a bad example of what you're talking
no, he's a
about then.
great example. If Logic went out and made a pop album next, I'm cool with that. Because you are
You'd be cool with that.
because I get it. Like you don't have to identify with just half of you.
So, and we
That's not
realize
weird.
that Cypress Hill is black and brown. All
Like I
black and
said
brown.
before, hold up. Do we got to talk about brown Republicans and brown people who live like they not us? I
Oh
don't think we need
boy.
to do that. I bet. So being multicultural and truly
Here
at
we
your
go.
core,
You always moving the
multicultural.
goalpost.
I'm not
Move the
moving.
goalposts.
My point, see, Gabe, you made this about anybody.
Yo,
coming
when you
into the
play
culture and
basketball
stealing
with
it.
black, his hoop is on wheels. I just want
Y'all
y'all to
hear
know.
this? So Gabe made this conversation about people in the culture in general. I didn't. I asked specifically about white people in the culture. So I said that you could talk about it in this way, but my point of view is not changing.
Okay.
I'm talking about white people. You're talking about anybody to make the point move around.
Right.
So if anybody's on fucking wheels right now, skating, it's you. Cypress Hill, nice team. Them niggas is mixed.
No, I just bring all the facts to the table. We can't be one-sided. I'm not gonna sit here and just call out one fucking color. That's bullshit.
All right,
You know
I'm gonna ask you this then: how many black people came into the game doing pop music? Now I don't use pop because it's such a melted thing.
I mean,
A
Milli
distinct
Vanilli's the
genre,
first one that pops
right?
up.
Other than rap, hip hop, and then pivoted into our lane and lived there. How many did that?
I can't think of anybody.
I can't think of a single one. That's my entire point.
Right. All right.
We don't do that. When Darius Rucker wanted to go be Hootie, he was Hootie, and he was done. He got a guitar and stayed the fuck over there. He didn't say I'm finna go rap now, bro. People don't do that.
I'm not. Just to clarify.
Go ahead.
I don't like culture vultures. Just so you know.
You sure?
Yeah,
it sounded like you down with people that jack the culture, and as long as they don't talk about it out loud.
No, I told you that I think it's whack. I said that from the jump. But like, I'm just saying that I can apply a little bit of understanding to see what the perspective is, and my analysis tells me that entertainment is a business, and there's always going to be a businessman looking to get over on the business and make it generate income for him, that or her. That's just facts. That's
fine.
You know
what they got to do a Post Malone wearing cornrows, singing White Iverson.
I know.
And now doing country.
I know that part though.
That is a choice.
Yeah. No, I'm telling you, I take real issue with the, disrespect of our culture because you got what you wanted from it already, and you don't need it no more to be behind you. That's what I take issue with. That I'll always take issue with that. I don't like when that happens in battle rap, because battle rap is such a baby genre and it's not a multi-million-dollar industry yet. And there's culture vultures in there, and it really does hurt the industry and the way it hurts it. And what I was trying to ask about this is, like, in battle rap, a culture vulture, it'll be a really bad event that has to be viewed live, right? And the experience at the event is never what it really should be, because they don't know the culture. So they don't know what to provide. They don't know what type of venue it should be. The pay-per-view is half-assed, and there's no commentating. It's just a stream, just staring at a stage with one camera view, shit like that. That hurts the culture, because if somebody's first time watching that pay-per-view, they're like, what the fuck is this?
Can't even hear this nigga. It's trash.
Right.
And now, don't they also have a problem with culture vultures where, like, some rap nigga want to come there and when I say rap nigga, I mean like a mainstream artist, like Drake want to pop up and rap against niggas and shit like that. They have for me, Cassidy is different. I understand he had hits, but Cassidy different. Like he come from that. He comes from that. I'm talking about like if one day Jay-Z showed up and wanted to go do battle.
Right.
Like, niggas have a problem with y'all niggas come over here and playing their sport.
Right.
That's yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Like when Budden did it to Hollow.
I went to that, actually. Total Slaughter. I was in the building for that.
Was you one of the niggas booing Bud, Joey?
I booed him. No, I booed him, and I'll tell you why I booed him. He put his mic down.
He
He stopped.
did,
He stopped
but he was
rapping.
getting fed up because niggas kept
That's when I
on
booed. But that's
making
when I
noise.
booed.
Got you.
I didn't
Okay.
boo until that point. I was so excited to see that battle when I was there. Shout out to Dan Hughes. He went with me. It was so disappointing, man. And I did feel better for Joe because at first his mic didn't work. So when he grabbed
Right.
like the real mic and like he could hear himself, I loved the energy he brought. But yeah, it wasn't it. Speaking
I didn't
about
like how
Joe,
slow his schemes was. Sorry,
yeah, it
his
was
schemes
way
was
too
so
slow.
slow.
Yeah,
When
he
the thing sent team,
yeah.
I be like, I'm like, why are you rapping like this?
Yeah,
Just get it
yeah.
off, nigga.
And then I pulled the cap off and capped the leader. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
that whole thing was like that
Cap
whole
a leader. Like, what
yeah,
are you
yeah,
doing?
yeah, yeah. I was like, stop, bro, don't do that. Don't do that. But Hollow did battle rap no favors that battle either. But
Yeah,
anyway,
yeah.
speaking of Joe Button and what he be talking about, and
Mm.
he cool with academics, and academics finally revealed who he was talking about. We talked about Cardi last week and how she was getting her buns shook by
Allegedly.
somebody allegedly while she was pregnant. So now academics has doubled down and
Mm.
he named the wide receiver
Mm.
who was pounding on Cardi supposedly and
Allegedly.
allegedly.
Who
And
that?
it's
Mm.
funny because they were like, yo, he was digging her back out.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Stephon Diggs, Cardi. Stephon Diggs, Cardi. Stephon Diggs was the man got
Mm.
named. Shout out to that. I was wondering why he ain't been playing ball like he been balling in the past and shit. He's out here banging Cardi B, son. That's the
All
problem,
right,
son.
bro. That's nasty work. Like, look, Stephon's down there in Houston now. All right. If he was
Yes.
gonna be jumping on somebody, it'd be the stallion down there with him. You feel me? But I hear what you're saying. I
Mm,
did see this making the rounds.
mhm,
One thing I will say: no funny, no Diddy, all pauses and breaks. That's necessary.
mhm.
Stephon Diggs, and when it comes to like culture around football players, not many of them transcend football because they're wearing helmets,
Right,
so they're not recognizable to the layman's,
right,
right? As other athletes are. But
right.
Stephon Diggs is a fashion. He's one of them guys
Mhm,
in football, and
mhm.
he kind of transcends his sport because of his fashion
Right.
and the things he's done with GQ and stuff like that. So people look at him as a very handsome
Mhm,
and fashionable person
mhm.
that lots of women will be attracted to outside of just the bread that he has.
Right.
So like he's one of the few that transcend his sport in that way. And he's been with a couple of the joints that you want to be with.
Right.
And there's some chatter in the circle that say he pause all the pauses.
Mhm,
He know what he doing.
mhm, mhm.
So if you would have said, you know what I mean, a linebacker from the Panthers, no one really cared too much.
Right,
But like
right,
Stephon Diggs is, if anybody's gonna be Mr. Steal Your Girl in the NFL, it's
right.
him.
It's probably gonna be him.
That's why I
Right,
pointed it out.
right.
For all y'all that don't know.
Shout out to Stephon Diggs, man. Cardi and her whole love life and family life being on blast is crazy. But I guess, like I say, that's the price for fame nowadays, man. It's just everything is outward facing, and you're gonna have to deal with that. But shout out to
Gabe, can I
Steph.
ask you a question? Because you
Yeah,
didn't answer this last week.
yeah.
Maybe I didn't ask you, but you also didn't answer.
Hmm.
If Cardi allegedly
Hmm.
was getting her back blown,
Hmm.
allegedly,
Hmm.
while 7 to 8 months pregnant by
Hmm.
Stephon Diggs,
Hmm.
is that cool? Because I've been seeing this
Mm.
argument online all week. It's a
Is
double
it cool?
standard. So men can have sex while their girls are pregnant, and it's like,
No,
yeah, because well, no.
no.
One thing is about like an emotion. The other thing is somebody assaulting your child's skull.
But that's a
They
that's a
are very
fallacy.
different,
That's a fallacy, though, Black.
bro.
The physicality of that does not line up. The anatomy does not line up for that.
Gabe,
It's not really getting hit.
Gabe,
It's just rubbing near.
Gabe. I hate to do this to you, sir.
It's
All
rubbing
right,
past.
Gabe.
Mhm.
Let me talk to you right quick. On here, bro. You my homie, so take this with love. I've been there.
Oh man, listen,
Gabe, you don't know what you don't know, bro. You don't know. I've been there. When you at a certain point in your pregnancy, You pretty fucking close.
It's not like the kid is crowning and you're like you're trying to make room in there. Get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying?
Gabe, when dilation is happening.
Yeah, what the fuck? You didn't know. Yeah, on the way to the hospital, you should not be banging your girl. Yeah, you should leave that alone. You're gonna touch the head with the head.
Okay,
Head to
so
head
let me give you
action.
some. All right, see, I got to do this sometime. I'll be the adult in the room.
Oh boy.
You know they tell you if you want to bring on pregnancy to have sex with your partner to make the baby come. So if you finding that you're not dilating on time, they tell you to go have sex to start that process. So yes, Gabe, in the middle of actual sex, your baby will start coming through. And if you're endowed, you could tap your baby's skull. This is not as funny as it sounds. Yes, that does happen. And yes, they do tell you to bring on the pregnancy, the birth. By
not at
sex.
7-8 months though. Nobody's trying to have the
but
kid.
if you had 9 months and you getting the shaking,
9 months is different. That's crazy. 9 months. They look like they're about to explode. Who's gonna hit that? Ain't nobody gonna hit that.
I just
you gonna
told
hit that?
you how.
Oh, Black, don't do that, man.
Gabe.
Nothing different. No, let's shut up.
Hold
you started this show crazy.
The
middle of the show is crazy. And now the end of the show is crazy.
If it's your baby, there's no problem here. So yes, bro, I've had some 9-month pregnant.
Oh my God, what is life doing to your
only
boy
Gabe would
Gabriel?
think this is weird. Everybody out here on the playback, y'all let this nigga know in the comments. Gabe, you ain't lived life until you had some pregnant boo.
Oh
you
my
ain't.
God.
It's different. It's like heaven, gang. It's so different.
Yo, I promise you 1,000 times over, I'm good.
All right.
I'm so good.
I bet. Listen, I'm not the only person saying this. The internet's a big place. Go to Google.
I'm not going to Google. No, I'm Googling some other shit. Nah. I'm Googling who won the Mets game on Tuesday.
I'm getting baptized.
So fucking says baptized.
Getting baptized.
Oh my God, blackout. Lost it today. I'm sorry, yo. I don't know who
I'm sorry, but you still didn't get the answer. I don't want to lose you. So, Gabe, do you think it's okay for a pregnant woman? Now, I'm separating it from your significant other, the baby's father,
right?
Because people do that,
right?
Do you think it's okay for somebody who's pregnant and showing, or not, whatever, 3 months and on, like they know they pregnant, you know they pregnant, to be getting their boot smoked by another person while with child? Is that okay?
No. So like if it's my girl, no.
If it's somebody's girl, like what we.
Oh, okay. You're just saying if I'm looking at the situation, is she wrong? Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that.
Why?
Yeah, it's too close. Your joints rubbing too close to things that are happening. Nah, I'm good.
Didn't you just say it's not possible? You just
it's rubbing past. I said but you're not actually touching the kid's head unless they're crowning, like you're trying to say. Black wants to hit the girl off on the way to the hospital and shit. The fucking siren's going off. This guy's like, yo, I'm the man. Ah!
This happens.
Yo, he's wild. I don't want that epidural. I want some dick.
Facts.
You wild. Listen, I got nothing left after that. I got nothing. I'm empty.
That's what she said.
After the pregnancy, she said, I'm empty. Yo, good for her. Everything's a success. Listen, this was a hell of a show. 30 episodes into season 6. There's no
for free.
The only thing stopping us is us. That's it. So episode 226 in the bag, bro. Yeah. Shout out to Angie who made it happen. Shout out to King Blackout. Shout out to Samaya. Shout out to Hazel. Shout out to Louie. And, all these good people and souls around us that make us smile. Make sure you tell your brother you love him. Make sure you tell your sister you love her, you take care of her. And look your friends in the eye and tell them that you're there for them when you need them, when they need you. That's always a good thing to do. Black, take us home, brother.
Yeah, that one friend of yours who not really your friend, like that's like your bowling buddy. Tell that nigga, like, bro, we bowl. Like, just keep it in the pocket. We bowl. We don't talk sports. We don't go to church. We don't hit the club. Our wives don't like each other. We bowl, nigga. Just keep it in the lane, nigga. Keep it with the balls, nigga. Pause.
Call me next
Tuesday.
What I'm saying?
Call me next Tuesday when the league starts back up. You know what I mean? In the off season, don't hit me. You not my friend. We bowl, gang. All right. So
I ain't got $200 for you.
Look. So love all y'all people the way that they need to be loved. You feel me? Give your bowling buddies a salute and give your loved ones a big hug, bro, and let them know that you love them. That whole gambit, believe it or not, is important. Sometimes you need a nigga that you can go bowl with. You know what I mean? When you lose your ace boom in a tragic way. So like it all is a circle of life, and it all feeds into everything else. So like love those that love you, man. Show love the Brooklyn way. You know how we do, bro. And until the next time that we meet, this is what we talking about every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Black people time. We only got a few more of those things left for this season, so y'all better tap in and tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend and come fuck with us on Tuesdays. One love.
Peace.